Three things never return: time, words, and chances. So use time wisely. Speak with care and never miss an opportunity. A healthy man wants 1,000 things. A sick man only wants one. We often try harder to convince others that we're happy than to truly feel it ourselves. When people speak ill of you behind your back, it only means you're ahead of them. If you're feeling low, you're living in the past. If you're anxious, you're caught in the future. But if you're at peace, you're fully in the present. Even chaos hides a door to opportunity. The man who says he can and the man who says he cannot are both correct. To know your enemy, you must become your enemy. Whether in battle or in life, every great journey begins with a single step. True leaders guide through action, not through force. Where is the mass monk? We live two lives. The second begins when we realize we only have one. Before setting out on a path of revenge, remember to dig 2 graves. Hatred is not power, it is surrender. When anger rises, think of the consequences that may follow. Oh, the flaw of many is that they leave their own fields untended while they read the gardens of others. Don't judge your neighbor's snowy roof when your own doorstep is unclean. The wise man owns his possessions. The fool, flattery breeds enemies. Oh, but honesty builds character. He who walks 2 roads gets nowhere. To see wrongdoing and do nothing is the worst form of cowardice. What the caterpillar calls the end, the world calls a butterfly. Even the finest sword, when left in salt water, will eventually rust. What is not? Learning should feel urgent, like you're always at risk of losing what you know. In defeat, there are 1,000 lessons. In victory, often just one. If you're always the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. The person who is content with what he has is truly rich. Show strength when weak and weakness when strong. It is more shameful to doubt a friend than to be misled by one. Clear your mind of dark thoughts. Where there are none, dark actions will not grow. To lead the people, walk among them. Man's nature may lean toward selfishness, but goodness comes from mindful effort. Opportunities multiply when we act on them. Every small action we take creates space for greater possibilities. The man who moves a mountain starts by carrying away small stones. Great results are often achieved through the smallest of forces, not through might, but persistence. Water, though soft, and flexible, wears down rock. It is nature's quiet conqueror. Let go of the desire to possess, and you may finally be free. When I release what I think I am, I become what I truly might be. If the mind is willing, the body can endure far more. To achieve inner strength, one must first remove the obsession with external gain. Those who live for praise are enslaved by it. Seek approval, and you lose yourself. The wise avoid extremes and preserve balance. The great man is he who hasn't lost his childlike heart, still open, still curious. Sea song, we accept advice in small doses, but tend to hand it out freely in floods. Believe in yourself. Your confidence will carry you farther than skill alone. The cleverest fighter is not only the one who wins, but the one who wins easily, with precision and grace. End, ponder, and deliberate before making a move. True mastery is defeating your enemy without lifting a hand, by reading their intention and shaping the field. To be truly strong, be subtle. Take on the formless, be soundless, and you gain control over your opponent's fate. And the weak, when flowing like water, will overcome the rigid and strong. Ultimate excellence is not in constant battle, but in making conflict unnecessary. People in ancient times spoke little, choosing their words with care. They saw it as shameful not to live up to what they said. And watch your thoughts, for they become your words. Watch your words, for they shape your actions. Actions become habits. Habits shape character, and character defines your destiny. Not all questions have been asked, and not all answers are known. Wisdom lies not in speaking, but in knowing when to remain silent. If your nature never rushes, do not improve. Yet everything is accomplished. Then do not what speak. You do not wish for yourself. Do not impose on others. True words are rarely sweet. Sweet words are rarely true. The wheels of justice may turn slowly, but they grind with precision. Today, intent, trust. One must always count the cost before choosing to fight, for every battle leaves a mark. And finally, the funniest people are often those hiding the deepest sadness. Man begins to die from the moment he is born. Life is a series of natural and spontaneous changes. Resisting them only breeds sorrow, canal, guilt. Let reality be reality. Let things flow naturally, moving forward in whatever way they choose. Life itself is simple, but we insist on making it complicated. To shape the future, study the past. Think of tomorrow. The past cannot be changed. Plan for what is difficult while it's still easy. Achieve greatness by starting with the small. You cannot overcome bad habits tomorrow, only today. It does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. Let reality be reality. Victory over others brings strength, but victory over yourself brings true fearlessness. A noble person takes responsibility. The insignificant one blames others. If you keep sharpening the blade, it will lose its edge. Fill your bowl to the brim, and it will surely spill. Balance is everything. Reality is everything. The one who knows, yet hides that knowledge, is wise. But those who talk too much often fail. Knowledge is treasure, and practice is the key. A skillful artist does not change his craft for a clumsy worker. Whoever keeps sending help everywhere ends up weakening every front. Beware of sugar laced with poison and flies that linger on dead snakes. A man who has nothing to lose cannot be trusted. One who has too much will to live may die too easily. In King. Time is a created thing. To say I don't have time is to say I don't want to. Choose a job you love, and you'll never feel like you're working. He who does not understand the horrors of war can never appreciate the value of peace. Every creature with blood and horns will fight back when attacked. An enemy is often just a friend who knows too much. Friends are the siblings life never gave us. Better to light a single candle than to curse the darkness. Do not seek or you will lose. Let what is meant for you find you. In warfare, as in life, there are no constants. Just as water has no fixed shape, conditions forever shift. Disorder rises from order. Courage gives birth to fear. Strength gives rise to weakness. Learn to flow like water, ever adapting, never fixed. Whoever pretends not to know when he does, he walks among the wisest. Those who truly believe in themselves require no approval. To feed a man once is kindness, but to teach him to sustain himself, that is salvation. Ultimately, it is not the act of fighting every battle that defines greatness, but the wisdom to know which battles need not be fought at all.
Knowledge is not in pretending to know, but in knowing how much there is yet to learn. Those who act wise without wisdom are simply unwell in spirit. Tell me, and I may forget. Show me, and I might remember. But involve me, and I will truly understand. Number three. We often distress ourselves, not because we can't do something, but because we simply don't begin. To care too deeply about others' opinions is to place yourself in invisible chains. You are controlled by the one who angers you. Number 4. Number 2. When you complain about a hardship, you suffer it twice. But if you laugh at it, you dismantle its power. Attack not the evil outside, but the flaws within yourself. Be attentive to your thoughts. They are the seeds of all action. The feeling of right or wrong is the first awakening of wisdom. Number 4. But wisdom comes by 3 means. Through reflection, which is noble, imitation, which is easy, and experience, which is often bitter. Life does not always reward effort. A well-dug 70 feet is still dry if water is never reached. Yet even a loss can become a gain, and a gain a loss. True happiness is not in being understood, but in understanding. Greater joy lies in being loved. Real happiness, however, blooms when you love. Temperance, the art of restraint, is the beginning of virtue, and virtue is the start of moral perfection. You can rise above those who offend you, not by revenge, but through forgiveness. K. There is no greater crime than endless desire, no greater misfortune than never being content. When you rejoice in what is, you realize nothing is missing, and the whole world becomes yours. The snow ghost does not wash itself to be white, and neither must you change to be yourself. Never must you change to be yourself. Sometimes we see everything and miss the one thing that matters. Roads were made for journeys, not for final destinations. Never say never, for life shifts, time moves, and nothing stays the same. To be free from who you think you are is to become who you are meant to be. Happiness lies in authenticity, not approval. And sometimes we gain by losing and lose by gaining. Your life is shaped by the thoughts you cultivate. Be content, be still. Read even in your busiest moments, or surrender to self-chosen ignorance. The truth is not always wrapped in beauty, and not all beautiful words carry truth. Let go of what you chase, and you may find what's real. After all, when nothing is lacking, everything is yours. A wise person is not the one who claims to know everything, but the one who understands how much they do not know. Learning without thought is wasted effort, and thinking without learning is dangerous. True wisdom sees without looking and acts without striving. The whole being understands without being taught. It simply is. Respect yourself, and others will naturally follow. If you wish to be treated with kindness, be kind to others. This is the shortest path to benevolence. Health is your greatest possession. Contentment, your truest treasure. Confidence, your best companion. Yet, hope and fear are shadows of each other, both illusions that pull us from the present. Success can be as dangerous as failure if it blinds us to humility. People of the highest morality are those who never call themselves moral, for that humility is their greatness. The path to truth is wide and open, yet so few choose to walk it. We seek wisdom in complexity when it is found in simplicity. We chase distant goals while what we truly need is close by. Oh, roughly. A trail used often becomes a path. A path ignored becomes overgrown with time. In the same way, knowledge used fades, and virtue not practiced withers. To forget kindness is to forget humanity, and to cling to injury is to double your burden. New beginnings often hide behind painful endings. What one sees as evil, another may later understand is good. For perspectives shift with time. The unwilling soul sees what is hidden, but the soul that constantly craves sees only what it wants. Be bent and you will stay upright. Be empty and you will remain full. Be worn and you will stay renewed. Humility is strength disguised. A sage who wishes to rise above others first lowers himself beneath them. If you make a mistake and do not correct it, then that is the true mistake. Shame in itself is not dishonor, but to be shameless about one's shame is. It is easy to hate and hard to love. That is the nature of things. All that is good requires effort, while the bad comes far too easily. If you try to chase two rabbits at once, you will catch neither. The man who lives with simplicity, patience, and compassion holds life's greatest treasures. These three, so gentle yet so powerful, are all one needs to live fully. To be deeply loved gives us strength, but to love deeply gives us courage. Faith is not just believing in something higher. It's allowing existence to believe in you. There is beauty everywhere, but not everyone can see it. And while truth is always close, men look far beyond, never realizing it was with them all along. A truly courageous person is not the one who dares to die, but the one who dares to live. Our greatest glory does not lie in never falling, but in rising each time we do. To cling to the essential and let go of the insignificant, that is the way of a great person. He lives in truth, not depending on external rules or laws. For his compass lies within. True strength often lies in yielding when necessary, and in knowing that holding a low position can sometimes lead to the highest outcome. Those who hurry toward results often achieve nothing, while those who begin their work with care and finish it with the same attention are the ones who succeed. A superior person is modest in speech and powerful in action. Worry not if others do not know you. Focus instead on being someone worth knowing. If you aren't afraid of death, there's little in life that can limit your potential. Friendship is one mind in two bodies, a harmony of spirit that transcends distance. He who knows his own limits is already rich in wisdom. Excessive pride, however, invites disaster. To recognize one's insignificance is not weakness, it is liberation. By staying true to yourself, avoiding comparison or competition, you earn genuine, lasting respect. Offense, when received consciously, transfers negative energy away from you and burdens the offender instead. If someone seeks to deeply insult you, the shame ultimately weighs heavier on them. In this way, even the bad serve the good. For the good man becomes the teacher, and the bad man his task. Wanting to race ahead often leads one to fall behind. If you remain alone long enough, loneliness may start to feel like home. But within that silence lies the chance to meet your true self. You will never know your potential if you avoid solitude. You cannot open a book without learning, and without asking, you miss the answers. The man who asks a question may look foolish for a moment, but the one who never asks remains a fool for life. Effort, steady and unglamorous, is the foundation of brilliance. Truth, if spoken before its time, can be dangerous. As true virtue fades, people begin to rely on good nature. When good nature declines, they lean on justice. When justice wanes, they cling to appearances of decency. Disorder begins. Real achievement requires dull and persistent effort. Not flashes of brilliance, but the fuel that burns steadily. Whether through abstinence or indulgence, the mind and body adapt. The longer one refrains from sex, the less desire one often feels. But beyond desire and discipline lies clarity. One gained not by extremes, but by balance. In all things, he who knows the measure and stays within it lives wisely and peacefully.